Now, for more on the spread of the Delta variant, our senior pharmaceutical analyst at Bloomberg Intelligence, Sam Fazeli, joins us. Sam, we also have news that actually the EU is now reviewing whether to let in Americans. What kind of data are they looking at? Is it, the number of COVID cases plus the fact that there are still quite a lot of unvaccinated citizens in certain states?
Yeah, good morning, Francine. You've actually answered the question. It is a combination of those two, I presume. There isn't really much else to look at apart from perhaps emergence of new variants or anything, which is what the UK did when it was worrying about, or not new necessarily, worrying about French travelers until today. But it's a combination of some states have relatively low vaccination rates, and also there is a big surge in the Delta variant. I think the point being, Francine, that they're trying to avoid anyone who's infected to come over, which just seeds another infection round. So I really don't know why they worry so much about infection rates.
So, Sam, are we going to see, travel? I don't know whether you call it travel bans, but how difficult is it to travel at the moment? You could go to, Greece, Italy, France, maybe come back to the US or the UK and have to quarantine. Is it the same true the other way around?
Yeah, well, I think the US has continued to keep its, if you want to call it a ban on traveling by non-citizens and residents from other countries into the US. I'm thinking about wanting to go and visit my colleagues and co-workers in the U.S., and I'm not quite sure whether I'd be able to do it because I'm not a U.S. citizen or green card holder. So, but currently, U.S. Folks can come over here and travel without any quarantine. So there's a incongruence in the travel rules, and I don't think the U.S. ever reciprocated the opening of its borders to non-citizens.
What's your take on a third booster shot, Sam? Do vulnerable people need it, and do others need it before emerging markets?
Yeah, so Francine, putting aside the very real and serious conversation about whether we should even be contemplating a booster dose in the West when there are so many countries that do not have any access or very low access to any vaccine, I think one of the critical things that we have to keep in mind is that the trials, as I think Nubar referred to from Moderna, the trials were conducted based on some assumptions with 2 doses, and now we might be finding out that perhaps these schedules should have been 3 doses to start with. You just couldn't have done it any other way. As suggested, you can't speed time up. So we might find out that this is a vaccine that requires at least 1 more dose. I'm not sure whether we'll need more, but certainly we might find that we need at least 1 more dose.